So by now, I think everyone has already mentioned that she looks exactly like Xingqiu. Not only skill-wise, but hairstyle is about the same. And you don't even have to hear from me, you can hear from Xingqiu himself.
Have you heard the expression, same person, different face?
But I think the main concern that you guys might have is she fun to play? Well, I'm very proud to say that she is very enjoyable to play with. Upon initiating battle, you can start off with your breakthrough bob, follow through with like your animal character to trigger the viridescent effect, and after which you can blast what kind of combos you want to do. Now that we talk about breakthrough bob, now you can also max out the normal attack for the breakthrough bob, but I can tell you it's a little bit disappointing on how breakthrough bob works. I was expecting this thing like 5 seconds out of combat, referring to off field as well, but it doesn't apply to that condition. What they mean out of combat literally mean the whole entire team has to be out of combat, so you can only see this effect once every single battle. So that is the current state of this ability. A little shame if this was to happen when she is on field as well. She can have a really dynamic gameplay that is pretty unique. Second main thing I would want to point out is her energy cost is relatively high, so high that Snow Market is going to be a little jealous nowadays. But at the same time, she also scales off really nicely with HP main stat, which means if you want damage, you have to go for HP percent. But if you want to get consistency in her rotation, you do need to have a good amount of energy recharge, which is something that you have to fight to balance with. Fortunately, we do use energy recharge weapon for those that only aiming for C0. Favonius Wobble is free, so that is lovely. And on top of that, we are getting Fading Twilight. That weapon is pretty nice, but it is RNG to the extreme edge or to the mediocre edge. So it's not bad, we can use that weapon as well. Now with that said, I don't think there's much to do. Artifact set is fine to build. Since the release of Emblem set, it has been the best artifact domain hands down. But honestly speaking, it's getting a little down to keep farming at the same artifact domain for eternity. So if you want to go for fun adventures, you can choose to go for an dual piece, Heart of Death, and Noblesse set. Or if you can also go with the Gambler set, this effect can help you reset elemental skills, so it can get really fun to play, especially if you have Sacrificial Bow, so you can spam a E skill which does a lot of damage surprisingly.
Another test subject.
Quietly now.
With all that said, I think Yelan can only benefit way better if your characters doesn't snapshot buff like Xingqiu or Yai Meiko. Then her buff can become really useful, especially since it applies to all your party members even if they are off field. So putting that into consideration, I think her true value shines in the future, especially if you think about a Dendro character in the future that might react with Hydro characters really well. And also, we haven't even talked about future HP buffer. We already have defense buffer like Goro, attack buffer like Bennett. It's only a matter of time before we reach an HP buffer someday. And not to mention, her raid form is really fun. If only I got C1 though, but that is something that I shall think about next time. So it's kind of annoying that it still clip onto like walls and something, so keep that in mind. Other than that, that's it, and bye.